잠삼 배막에 살던 보라 야tzen shohinu drubnie 배마정네 예수드라 거룩한 전망 보고 계기 예수 닥드루미 진지답지색 수소 그룹행마시리홍 오진 요진 눕잠삼 배막에 설덩 보라 야tzen 쇼긴 웅드룹예 배마정네 예수드라 거룩한 드라우막 보고 계기 예수 닥드루기 진지답지색 수소 그룹행마시리홍 오마웅 벤잘구루 페마시리홍 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 오마웅 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 Oh, happy Sunday, everybody. Waking up the voice today. My goodness. Ah, ah, ah. Yeah. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm glad you're here. Glad I'm here. I'm glad we're going to practice today. So before we begin, I want you to check in with yourself. First, check in with your physical body. Check in. Where are you feeling discomfort, or what are you feeling? Physical nature. A lot of times we have pain or discomfort, and we just ignore it or push it aside, or maybe it's a chronic thing, so we try not to let it get to us, so we just turn our head toward the other direction and pretend that it's not there. And often this underlying physical nature is affecting our presence. So your presence specifically, my presence specifically, our human presence, because we're irritated or agitated by this discomfort or pain. So we become crabby or short or fiery even, or even depressed. It hurts. See where I'm going? It's not that we need to stare at it to make it go away, or stare it down, or choke it out. Just be aware. Simply be aware that you are having the experience of discomfort, and that the unconscious or ignoring part can often lead to suffering in our behaviors and our attitudes and our mind, body, speech, and mind. So first we check in with physical, and then I want you to check in with your mental state, your emotional body. How are you feeling? Are you feeling low? Are you feeling high? Are you feeling ready to go and maybe even restless because of it? So as you take that self-scan of the physical and mental attributes of your experience, it's important so that you are aware and can support yourself. What do you need? Do you need to be nurtured? Do you need a few calming breaths because you're too energetic? These are just awarenesses. We say awareness sanctifies everything. So bring your awareness to your own state before you begin. We're not trying to alter anything, and we'll get into that in our talk today, but we want to just sit with what is naturally here. So I'm going to ring the bell 3 times and begin our session this morning. Allow that sound and vibration. Allow that sound and vibration to call you to your seat of attention and awareness, to the totality of your experience. Begin with the path clearing and wish fulfilling prayer to Padmasambhava, followed by our refuge prayer, once in Tibetan and 3 times in English. Dusum Sangye Guru Rinpoche Nungru kundak Dewa Chen Puja Barche Kunsel Dudu Drak Potsel Soan Depso Jinji Lap Tu So Chinang Sangwei Barche Jiwadang Sampalunji Drupa Jinji Lo. Precious guide, one with all the Buddhas of the three times, blissful presence and source of all spiritual accomplishments, fierce destroyer of illusion who dispels every obstruction, we pray to you for blessing, inspiration, and realization. Please remove all outer, inner, and secret obstacles and spontaneously fulfill our aspirations. Sangye chodang soki choknam la Jangchu bardu dakni kapsuchi Dakji jin soki pei sonam ki Drola penshir sangye drupar shok. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom, for the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom, for the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom, for the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. The great Yogi Milrepa sang, "My body is the holy mandala itself, wherein resides the Buddhas of all times. With their blessings I'm freed from all needs and attachments. By day and night I offer them up. Happy am I to do without material things, knowing that all beings in the 6 realms of samsara are inherently Buddhas, and all the 3 worlds the self-creating measureless Trikaya Palace. Whatever I do is the play of the Dharmadhatu, ultimate reality. Whoever I'm with is the Yidam deity. Wherever I stay is the Buddha's abode. Happy am I to forego outer supports, rituals, and symbols." So as we begin our practice this morning, our stillness practice, meditation practice, we use chanting to help us settle. Chanting is an important tool to use to help us just settle what's going on. So when we can focus solely and wholly on creating and receiving, experiencing sound and vibration, and the intention of that sound and vibration, and we can focus our attention here in this moment where that sound and vibration is happening, It's not in the past. It's not in the future. It's here. So we can be aware that our heartbeats and our breath, our very presence in this moment, is what matters. So we'll chant Om Benzar Sato Hung, which is a Tibetan prayer for purification. And by purification, we mean removing the obstacles, removing the even beliefs and ideas that have us stuck. So just letting go and letting all come and go so that we can see it in its natural state, see it for what it is. Om Benzar Sato Hung, 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 Om. Breathe, relax. Center your awareness here and smile. You've already arrived. So just befriend your presence, befriend your practice of presence. There's simply nothing to achieve. It's already here. So relax and release all the physical and mental tension. Focus on your inhalation and relax and release on your exhalation. Hearing the words in your head, here and now, here and now. Training your attention to here and now. We're letting go of the habitual and neurotic tendencies and preoccupations that we're used to. And just letting go. Letting come and go. Letting everything be. There's absolute and nirvanic peace in leaving things just as they are. Happy am I to be at home, on the spot, on the dot. I've already arrived, awake and aware, as it is in my natural state. Seeing through everything, seeing through yourself, and see Buddha. See the awakened one. You're the one. The awakened one that you've been waiting for. So just relax. Be at ease. Be at home. Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Padme May all beings everywhere, with whom we are inseparably interconnected and who want and need the same as we do, may all be awakened, liberated, healed, fulfilled, and free. May there be peace in this world and throughout all realms of existence. An end to war, violence, poverty, injustice, and oppression. And may we all together complete the spiritual journey. So I want you to check in with yourself while you're still feeling the quietness, stillness. And ask yourself, can I acquire peace and calm? Can I acquire peace and calm? Or is it already here? Can I acquire peace and calm, or is it already here? Be honest, what was your answer? Do you feel like it's something that's missing? Or something you are missing, as in overlooking? I would say that it's the latter for all of us. This is not a judgment. This is not grading you. But friends, the reality is that enlightenment and an enlightened state is not a try to be enlightened. And in fact, if we're trying to be enlightened and be in a natural state, we're doing it wrong. I know. And I know my Star Wars friends, Tom, Dan, there's the line that says that Yoda says there is no try, there is only do. And I don't actually agree with that part either. So the doing is part of the trying. The doing is action. And the doing is a result, not the path. The being is the natural state. And I want to be very specific about what I'm talking about, what we're looking for. And it's already there. You don't have to go out and get it. Nor is this a state of intellectual being. So this peace and calm, this vantage point of enlightenment, this peace and calm is already here. It's already in your experience. And sometimes you know what I'm talking about. You know when everything's settled and there feels like there's absolutely nothing to do. Like you're just sitting there and it feels a little mundane. It's not great big experiences, not great big meditative experiences of, oh, I feel like I'm flying or floating or astral projecting or any of those things. It just feels like stillness. That's the natural being, the natural consciousness that is throughout all of our experiences. And it's the same seat of enlightenment. So often when we feel it, feels like, oh, feels empty, feels like there's nothing to do. What am I supposed to do with this? So we immediately get uncomfortable and start trying to do something. trying to manifest or manufacture big experiences or get things, achieve things, be awarded, try. And then we get into the same trip hazards of attachment, because when we try, then we expect. When we try to do something, we expect to have an outcome. We expect to have a result. We think that we need to achieve something. So there's a subtlety to this state, this natural state that we refer to, and this natural great perfection of things just as they are. So when we sit back, and don't worry if you're not feeling or accessing it right now. Don't get frustrated. It will come in stillness, and when you catch yourself trying, and just release the trying, not judging about the trying, just, oh, I'm trying, so stop grasping, stop clinging, stop craving. And you can do that by seeing it when it arises. Oh, that's me trying. That's me trying to achieve something. So when we can sit in this place of naturalness, and it's beyond your intellectual knowing. So it's not like you can pick up a book, or not like I can tell you specific things and you're going to find it. You have to find it through your experience of sitting in stillness, very specifically. And letting all that go, letting the intellectual mind just be the intellectual mind, and it's not the catalyst to finding that space. But when we can sit in that space and see sort of outward, and I'm just using words, but when we can look at our own experience and see the elements of our experience. It could be frustration, could be any emotion, happiness, joy, sadness, grief, all of these experiences that pop up are really more attached to the relative being. The relative being is this human form that we're in, and it has experiences within the greater experience. So when we say natural great perfection, I want you to think about some of those emotions and situations, like, let's say, sadness or grief. Our initial response to sadness and grief is trying to change it. We don't like it. It feels bad. So we want to change it. Yet grief is perfectly grief. And anger is perfectly angry. Happiness is perfectly happy. All of these are just experiences and simply don't need to be controlled or changed. Our awareness is our guide. When we can really, truly see all these elements, these facets, it's like we're inside the jewel and looking out through the facets of experience. Happiness, sadness, joy, okay. All of these facets, same experience. but nothing needs to be changed. Not from this standpoint of naturalness. We simply use this natural state as our guide star. Like, this is our guide star to our awakened being. So when we see these facets, these emotions that arise, these sensations, feelings, and thoughts that all arise, we see them as they are, and then our action, our response, is an awakened response, rather than getting just pulled into, that's a facet of anger, and now we're just off on the journey of pissed off and angry. That we can see it. Oh, that's me reacting. And reacting to my attachments. And the attachments are simply, I like it or I don't like it. I want it or I don't want it. Attached to outcome. When we can see that, we can act with compassion and wisdom. And it's our own to do. It's not our response to other people's, or our need to control other people's experience. We're not making people happy. We're not making people sad. People are not making us happy or sad. We are having our own response. So when we can see it from that vantage point of not trying, not doing, not discerning, we're simply unaffected in that state, that natural state. And again, if you don't see it already, cool your jets a little. Like, stop trying. Land the plane. Cool the jets. And just watch. Watch, and you can see your own mental and physical reactions, your own thoughts, your own sensations, and the emotional response to those sensations and thoughts. So it's not about control, it's about awareness. And when we can sit from that place of stillness, that awakened awareness, it's one moment of enlightenment. Just seeing, just being, not doing or trying. So endeavor that. And remember, as we sit in meditation, oops, sorry, I'm colliding with the microphone here. Remember that when we sit in meditation, it's not that we're going to find our specific stillness, our awareness, and our sight into and from that natural state. We're not going to get that from our posture or our breath specifically, but it helps. Like sitting up, not laying down when we're meditating. Because we know that laying down makes us sleepy. And if we just needed to relax, go relax. That's not enlightenment. It's just relaxing. So if we want the awakened response, we sit upright, we breathe, Use our breath to calm ourselves, help ourselves to settle down. Just letting things be as they are in their natural state. And it helps us to see the confusion that we typically live under. Helps us to see things like impermanence, the constant change of our experience, the interconnectedness, which we often miss and feel very, very separate. That we are all interconnected and come from that same place of stillness. We all do. So there's a confusion, and that confusion leads to suffering about our natural state. So my specific instruction today is to stop trying. Stop trying to be enlightened and just be enlightened. And the enlightenment is assuming the position of sitting and seeing things as they truly are in their natural state. Anger as anger, happiness as happiness. See the experience of an itch on our physical form as an itch on our physical form. Not everything's a condition, but it is an experience. So, with that, and I know that's a lot to think about, but if you're trying to go there, then this is something you needed to hear. So let go and just let come and go. Let everything come and go. When you can insert your awakened awareness and your vantage point of seeing things as they are, then the outcome is compassion and wisdom for yourself and all others that are experiencing in the same way. We see suffering as the result of attachment and nothing else. Shining the light of awareness on that reality is to dissipate it. Yeah. And letting go of the suffering. So, we're going to close today's practice with the 4 dharmas of Gampopa and Longchenpa, followed by the prayer for 10 accomplishments by Lama Surya Das. And listen to the words carefully in that prayer, and then our bodhicitta dedication. Bless and empower us that our minds and hearts turn toward the Dharma, the teachings. Bless and empower us that our Dharma practice becomes the path. Bless and empower us that the path truly dispels confusion. Bless and empower us that that confusion itself dawns as primordial awareness, Rigpa. Listen closely in prayer for 10 accomplishments. May we realize true sincerity and integrity, inner purity of mind, dispassionate equanimity toward all we see, right understanding of this dreamlike world and the next, loving compassion toward others, and the genuine intention to be helpful in alleviating suffering and confusion. May we directly perceive the truths of impermanence, mortality, and interconnectedness. Relinquish wandering thoughts and rampant desires. Accomplish freedom of mind and clarity of spirit. Remember with gratitude those who have gone before and shown the way, and vow to reach together full and complete enlightenment. Jongchup Semcho Grimpoche Makye Panam Ke Yurchi Ke Panyam Parme Payam Gong Ne Gong Du Perwar Shok. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. Body, speech, and mind directed toward awakening for the benefit of all beings, without one single exception. Thanks, everybody. So I'm here every day, Monday through Saturday at 2:30 Central for our daily meditation practice, Sunday for our longer practice session, and we're working on the fall lineup of classes and workshops and offerings, so stay tuned for all of that. I'm working in between my other things. As always, this and all our offerings, our daily offerings, are offered without a fee, but we humbly accept your donations. Go to kansascitybuddhistcenter.com and donate if you feel called. With that, I gave you a lot to think about today, so be patient, give it a little time, let it settle in, and just sit and just be, my friends, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.